Hello, this is Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. I'm so excited to be here for the Sagittarius season forecast for the Edge magazine. Let's get started. Here we go. Sagittarius season. So I'm Celeste Brooks, an astrologer, coach, and intuitive, and I do personal readings as well as chart rectification, which helps people find their birth time by back calculating based on events in their life. So if you don't know your birth time but would love to use the tool of astrology, email me at celeste@astrologybyceleste.com and I'll send you the form that helps you know what dates to gather and things like that. I am an international speaker for astrology groups, schools, and conferences. My podcast is called the Celestial Insights Podcast. It's available wherever you listen, Apple, Spotify, all the things to help you surf the energies of the week like a boss. And I'm a Taurus sun, Aries moon, and Cancer rising. You can read the rest if you're so interested. Yeah, there's a free guide on my website that you can subscribe to get. It's an ebook about using the moon cycles for manifesting your goals. And I do monthly workshops. Okay. I love this quote. Hope is being able to see that there is darkness. Hope is being, excuse me, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. Apologies for messing up this beautiful quote by Desmond Tutu. Sagittarius energy desires freedom and exploration. It seeks truth and wisdom. Jupiter is the planet that rules the sign of Sagittarius. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system that is thought to protect the Earth from space junk. So, like sometimes people who are strong Sagittarius energy are very Jupiterian. Jupiter is protective, it invests in, it unites, it's the greater benefic. It explores, it educates, it's about philosophy, religion, higher education. Jupiter rules things that are far away, like other countries. It rules long distance travel. And this is the planet where it's at home in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. The glyph looks like an arrow. It's shown as, sometimes you'll see it as like the half man, half horse with an arrow pointed up, ready to just go to the unknown. Star Trek was a very Sagittarian show where it was like exploring places where no one has gone before. Any of the explorers who got on a ship and sailed to a new world where they had no idea where they were going, that's very Sagittarian, like having this enthusiastic and optimistic outlook where you really willing to take risk without knowing for sure that there's going to be some kind of reward, but you have the faith. Jupiter rules religion and spirituality. You have the faith that it's worth trying. Yeah. It's a sign of freedom. Yeah, not wanting to be tied down by too many commitments. People with strong Sagittarius energy off of it, like really need to, like the that saying about holding a bird, like if you love someone, set them free. If they come back to you, you know they were meant for you, but trying to hold on to a Sagittarius is not really likely. Someone with strong Sagittarius energy, meaning they have multiple planets in the sign, or it's their sun, moon, or rising, or multiple of those. Yeah, yeah. And Jupiter rules the truth. It's about ethics. So there is this seeking of truth and higher wisdom. A lot of athletes, especially football players, have strong Sagittarius energy. And it's like that running, that being able to zigzag, fancy footwork, like the movement. There's a lot of movement in the tarot. There's an eight of wands. And that's a card that's associated with this sign as well. Yeah. And it's a fire sign. Fire is dynamic. Fire's inspired. A lot of comics have strong Sagittarius energy. It's the storyteller, able to weave and start and take you on a journey with their words about a story that brings you into this world. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that was clear. I really got real Sagittarius about it because shadows of the energy can be bloviating, like going on and on and on, or thinking like your way of thinking is the only thing that is, your opinions are facts. That can be the shadow of Sagittarius, like not taking in new information and changing things that you thought things that were the way that they were. Yeah. So keep that in mind with this energy as well. Yeah, it can be overindulgent. You know, we have the holidays during Sagittarius season where people, like at Thanksgiving, stuff themselves to the gills, like Jupiter, Santa Claus is Jupiterian, gets, really heavy because too many of the cookies he's eating after he goes down the chimney. Yeah, everybody's leaving the cookies out, and he just doesn't know how to say no because that can be strong Jupiter. It's just more, more, more. If one drink feels good, why not have five? That is the shadow of Sagittarius. Yeah, overindulgence. So Sagittarius season is November 21st through December 21st. And there's several things I want to bring to your attention. And the most important, well, there's two very important ones, but there's a lot of energy for conflict is something to be mindful of within, because fire energy is yang, it pushes the energy out. And Mercury, the planet of communication, transportation, and commerce, is going retrograde, and that's an optical illusion where from our position here on Earth, it looks like it's going backwards through the zodiac. And these times are known for delays, reversals, and the collapse of anything contemplated. The official dates are November 25th through December 15th. And on the dates, those are called the station dates, like right around there, the energy is more intensified. And if your chart is activated, you're more likely to have a missed flight, or you think you're meeting at West 25th Street and you're really supposed to be at East 25th Street, and you're in the wrong location, or you get in a Uber or a taxi and they just take you around the world, or there's an accident that keeps you from getting to where you wanted to be. So the thing to do with these times is to get places early. If you're going on the airport or taking a train, get there earlier than you think you would need to, because there may be something that slows down the process. Yeah. It's a time to go internal and do all the RE words: reflect, review, revisit, revive. Our ghosts come back. You hear from or see people you haven't seen in a long time. Yeah. Technology problems, yeah, definitely check your presentation, download it, make sure it's on the server if you're doing something, because yeah, you're going to pull your presentation up and something went skedaddled and it's all messed up, the fonts are all screwed up. Yeah, these are the kinds of things that happen in Mercury retrograde. Now, during Thanksgiving, Mercury is going to be retrograde. And if you're in the United States and you're in a politically divided family, just be mindful about conflicts can get out of hand real quick, where the mashed potatoes start flying. So just keep that in mind. You might want to, if you are hosting, have a leadership approach and set some ground rules if you have unruly relatives, because they could really go haywire this Thanksgiving. Yes, they could. But some people are getting phone calls about, or texts or emails, I'm not coming, or you're being disinvited to come to something. Like you thought you were going, and then they're like, no, we can't have you here for some reason. So just be mindful, that's in the energy. You're not alone if that happens to you. Mars is going retrograde on December 6th through February 23rd. Mars is a planet of action, drive, and assertion. Now, Mercury goes retrograde like 3 times a year, so we're used to it. It's not that big of a deal. It happens. It's not that big of a deal unless something happens to you that costs you a lot of money. I recommend everyone, and this is just in general, going forward, when you travel, have travel insurance, because there's so much changing energy coming up next year too, where you think you're going on a flight and it's canceled, or there's a storm, and you know, you want to have that insurance so that you don't lose money when things change unexpectedly. Now, Mars is a planet of action, drive, and assertion. And it can be like, as well, it moves power. There could be like some big power outage during Mars retrograde because of storms or whatever. Yeah, conflict. Mars is the planet of war, so there could be some conflict that pops up. Yeah, especially on the ocean. There's other things about that. Let's not get distracted. But just slow down, especially right around December 6th, a couple days before and after, and February 23rd, a couple days before and after. It starts in the sign of Leo, moves back into Cancer. Yeah. So slow down to avoid accidents, burns, and cuts. These are all Mars things. Mars rules hammers and knives, or any of those sharp objects. Be extra careful if you're using them. This is like, I hit my thumb because I was distracted. Yeah. But this is like somebody gets their hand slammed in the car door accidentally kind of energy, because between December 6th and December 15th, both Mercury and Mars are going to be retrograde. So that can be a time where, ooh, like systems down kind of thing. So just be aware that there could be unexpected things coming up that slow us down in our where we think we're going, and just go with the flow. Can you not let it? It's the energy. Hopefully you're not in, somewhere far from home where it's like, this is a real problem, you know. Yeah. There's potential for low energy, irritation, and frustration. Avoid unnecessary conflict. I would not even toot my horn at anyone during these times, because this can be like somebody goes ballistic. They've got their own problems and use this excuse of venting their anger out on someone else. Also can be internalized anger. So just watch yourself and your energy. Really, it's an invitation to rest. I love Mercury retrograde, and that I always find mistakes that I have made, and like somewhere, like maybe a typo or something, or that meeting, yeah, I I double book myself here. There's always something, little something that happens that comes to my conscious attention. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Venus enters Aquarius, the sign of friends, groups, and organizations, from December 6th through January 2nd. So this can be a time, especially if, because of philosophical reasons, you have realized you and some groups you aren't aligned anymore. Or maybe you're just over, like sometimes we're just done with things. And maybe you need to work on developing community with people who are more like-minded with you at this stage in your life. What can you do to make the world a better place? Aquarius can be humanitarian energy. Yes, it can. Great time to spend time with friends. Neptune, the planet that rules the ocean, is going direct December 7th. December 6th, 7th, that's not the best time to go boating, because like you're in the ocean and the motor fails or something like that. Or yeah, or like yeah, I just see two boats throwing beer cans at each other. I mean, it's the winter, so who's boating? But I guess if you're in Australia or something like that, it could be. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. I would be very careful with water. Don't throw a toaster into the bathtub on December 6th or 7th. Because, yeah, don't be operating electricity, not paying attention around water, because this is like flooding energy. Now, Neptune's going direct, which is good, but it can be like water causes a problem. Emotions and creativity are heightened during this time. This is a great time. Oh, I have a tarot coloring book. Maybe I'll start it on December 7th by Teresa Reed. So if you're interested, you can get it on Amazon. Yeah. Anyway, just be mindful. People may be extra emotional, and with Mars retrograde angry, it's not a good combination. So protect your energy, like put a bubble around yourself and keep it clean. Okay, watch out for escapism. If you have any problem with drugs, alcohol, spending, food, whatever, just know when Neptune is the planet of escapism, your desire to escape may be heightened around December 7th. So watch out. Deception could be coming to light. Yeah, you could find out your kid had their hand in a cookie jar, and you see the kid stealing a cookie during that time. So just be mindful. Yeah. Okay. Every month we have new moons where things are seated, and full moons where things come to full illumination. This is a time to make the unconscious conscious. Unconscious conscience. The new moon is on December 1st at 9 degrees of Sagittarius, where it's a time to set intentions, make wishes, have a ritual, initiate new projects. So set intentions to deepen your intuitive knowledge and clarify your core beliefs. These are Sagittarius things. At the full moon on December 15th, the sun is at 23 Sagittarius, the moon is at 23 Gemini, and all is illuminated. Emotions are heightened. It's a time for celebration, release what no longer serves you, and have forgiveness. Revelations could come about your siblings. These are Gemini things, children, and what sparks your curiosity or how you communicate. Yeah, so these are some things that could be coming to your conscious attention, or it could be about how your beliefs are different than your childhood friends, or something could be coming up. Just notice what's coming up. So these are some of the offers I have with, so 40 Days of Spirit is for people who want to deepen their intuition. The Wise Skies Digital Astrology Calendar, it puts a calendar on your phone or laptop or whatever, or iPad, that has all of the astrological transits. So it'll tell you the moon goes into this sign at such and such a time. These are some things that may be good things to do in alignment with this energy, and watch for things coming up. And then my friends Tiffany and Sarah and I, we did a 2025 predictions webinar. It is phenomenal. It's almost 3 hours. You'll learn all about the changing energies coming up, a historical perspective, as well as our predictions coming up. You'll learn about the planets changing signs, the retrogrades, and the eclipses. So I highly encourage you, if you're so interested, to grab it. It's excellent. It's only $33, and you can see the coupons here for the other stuff. And you can all get it on my collaborator and friend Tiffany Herlich's website. You see it right down there, tiffany.herlich.com/shop happy. There's coupons here for those two of the products. Some other upcoming events, my Sagittarius New Moon Workshop, where I'll talk about the new moon and do hot take chart readings, is on Sunday, November 24th. You're welcome to join. You can just go to astrologybyceleste.com. I'm on the faculty of Kepler College, and we're also doing a forecast on November 30th with Rick Levine and Shu Yap, Carl Kilmuck, or other astrologers, as well as Cal Wilkinson is doing the moderating. It's going to be great. Kepler is amazing. Okay, let's get into the signs. So if you are an Aquarius sun or rising, This Sagittarius season, the sun is going to be moving through your ninth house, illuminating things around these topics. And the ninth house rules foreign travel, religion, philosophy, our in-laws. Yeah, higher courts, higher education, publishing. These are some things that may be top of mind. So this is a great time at the new moon to set intentions to learn new skills and get involved. Maybe you want to get involved in politics or publish your work or expand your mind in some way. Maybe you want to learn about the people on the other side of the aisle and why they feel the way they do or something like that, or read up on that. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to have nothing to do with them. I don't know, but these topics may be top of mind. And the full moon will be in your third house of your mind. So they're really, this is likely for a lot of Aries, going to bring some of their belief systems into clarity. If you're a Taurus sun arising, this is going to light up your eighth house, and the eighth house rules sexuality, death, debt, taxes, other people's properties, these sorts of things. This is the axis Taurus and Scorpio. These are the accesses of pleasure, power, and resources. So keep that in mind. This is a great time to set intentions about reducing debt. Maybe you want to focus on intimacy with your partner and face your shadows. Whenever the sun is going through our eighth house of our deep psychological processes, things will come to light about that we'd rather disown. If you're a Gemini, this is sun is going through your seventh house, and the seventh house is a house of the partner. It rules marriage, business partnerships, best friends, also our open enemies. And at the new moon, you can create actions about socializing, creating healthy boundaries. Maybe schedule date nights if you're married or in a serious partnership. Making sure you get out and socialize, have some fun. What can you do to bring beauty into your life? It has a nature of Libra because of the seventh house. Or you can do like your partner's going to be in focus for some reason, especially at the full moon. There may be some illumination about, and Gemini rules communication, about how you two communicate with between each other and how maybe belief systems can cause a little feelings of separation. For Cancer, you're going to have the sixth house illuminated. This is the house of our daily routines, our health, our small pets. Yeah, our mundane tasks. The sixth house has a lot to do with what we need to do to keep our lives in order. Like it could be a time to be decluttering or fix or like organizing something in your home or something like that. You can set intentions around improving your health. It's the house of health. Well, helping others. If you're feeling anxious, what can you do to reduce anxiety? Like, do you need to do breath work, meditation, blah, blah, blah. Replacing unhealthy habits. And the full moon will be in your house of self-sabotage and secrets. So things may be coming to light to you about how some of the things you do aren't in your best interest. For Leo, this is the fifth house. The fifth house is a house of joy. So the sun going through there, hopefully you will have a very positive Sagittarius season. The fifth house rules children, romance, love, sex, pleasure. Now it's also risk taking, so keep that in mind. Our hobbies, gambling. This could be a time where you win a lotto. Yeah. Make resolutions to nurture your inner child, improve your relationship with your kids. It depends on your chart. Some things may come up with your kids where you're spotlighted, like you saw them with their hand in the cookie jar, and there's something you need to deal with. And the full moon will be in your 11th house. So across this axis of the performer and the audience, my children and your children. So there may be something where you're in a conversation at the full moon about your children versus the other person's children or something like that. And of the nature about how they communicate with you. You could be talking to a friend. Yeah, that could be happening. But definitely like do something with your hobbies, do something to bring more joy into your life. For Virgos, this is going to be the sun going through your fourth house of home, family, foundation. Great time to set an intention to do an ancestry project, connecting with family, or maybe, this could be a time you decide to talk about some of how your beliefs have changed over taking in new information, especially if you've moved far away from your family. Maybe you'll do that at the full moon. Yeah, or just these will be the thoughts coming into your mind about how you're different from, and your beliefs have changed. Yeah, it could be something because the new moon will be in your fourth house. Yeah, and the full moon in your 10th house. That's like you out in the world, your legacy, your reputation, your career. For Libras, this is the third house. The sun is going through your third house, and this can be a time where things are highlighted about siblings and neighbors, things close to you, your local community, things like that. The new moon here can be a great time to set intentions about networking or journaling because the third house is also the house of the mind. It's a great time to get something done, car maintenance or service whenever you have a third house because it rules short distance trips. Great time to work on taming your mind, maybe connecting with your siblings. And yeah, and the full moon in your 9th house, maybe you're going on a trip to see a sibling, could be something that comes up. If you're a Scorpio, this sun will be, the Sagittarius sun will be going through your 2nd house of your resources, your income, your values, your self-esteem. So these may be some of the topics that are coming up for you. Set intentions about building, about savings, increasing income. Yeah, I highly recommend everyone be mindful about so much changing stuff is coming next year. There may be a bunch of tariffs, things may be getting more expensive in some ways. So you may want to keep that in mind with your setting intentions around budgeting or watching your income flow. Yeah. If you're a Sagittarius, this is a first house time for you where the sun is illuminating your house of vitality, your identity, your physical body and appearance, the mask you wear to other people. You can create actions around health, developing confidence, asserting oneself in the world. Yeah, there's going to be a new moon here. And then there's a full moon in your 7th house of the partner and the other. So this, again, Sagittarius is in Gemini's sun or rising. There's going to be you versus the partner, things coming to your conscious attention where you can deal with them or not, but there's likely going to be something coming to your conscious attention. But if you're a Sagittarius, really take a look at your physical vitality and maybe if you doing something around that. If you're a Capricorn, sun and rising, the sun is going through your 12th house. The 12th house is a house of escapism and self-undoing, secrets, hidden enemies, things like that. Endings or solitude. Yeah. So this is a great time to step back, to get more rest, watch your sleep hygiene, set intentions around your bad habits and taming them, making sure you plan downtime and focusing on, mental health. If you're feeling any stress or anxiety about changes in the world, be aware that pay attention to it. Don't just push it under the rug. It's a beautiful time to allow some healing. If you're an Aquarius sun or rising, this sun is going through the 11th house of groups, friends, the collective hopes and dreams, this sort of stuff. So this is a great time. Jan Spiller calls it the granddaddy power period. So on the new moon, December 1st, you want to make new moon wishes. What do you want to bring into your life? Set intentions to achieve your deepest desire. Consider your roles in groups. Plan time with friends. If you are Pisces, this sun is going through your 10th house. So you will have more visibility in your professional career. So maybe at work, this is not a time to be slacking off because, ooh, with the sun going through your 10th house, you'll probably be seen sneaking out of the office early. Yes, yes. Yeah, your status, your calling, your public persona achievements. So this can be a time where, oh, you're highlighted. You may get more attention. You may get some accolades for a presentation you present or criticism with the Mars retrograde and everything. So anyway, there's just going to be more focus on or more visibility around work. And you may need to think about work-life balance at the full moon, but set intentions about your goals. How do you want to raise your public profile? Any career objectives? Like getting things done before the end of the year as much as you can, but there's very slow energy, so things will be delayed. Do not wait until the last minute because there could be problems where you just can't get things done. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So that is it. Let me stop sharing. So that is for Sagittarius season. I hope everyone has a beautiful holiday season. Sagittarius is the energy of celebration and seeing the bigger picture despite the whatever the little things. So can you feel the positive energy of this? Slow down. Recognize the retrogrades are here to give us an invitation to go internal and take good care of yourself.